Oh, mall rat Derek. As a former pizza delivery guy, sometimes you got to do that. I've turned them sideways and slid them through doors before. I mean, never into a sewer, but.
And yes, I was waiting on Robo today because he was like dying before we started.
We were about to hit go, and I choked on what was that thing? Some kind of power bar thing. Coconut doesn't like me.
You had to carb up or get the protein before the live stream.
2 o'clock's a weird time. It's breakfast was a while ago, and dinner's a ways out.
Yeah.
What's going to happen? What's happening, Plasty?
Whew, it seems like it's been a lot longer than 2 weeks. It's like we took 1 week off, and it felt like this was a month ago.
Yeah. We took vacation.
Decided not to live stream from Fiji, but well.
But summer's winding down and everything, and I can't remember what I was doing last week.
I had
yeah.
No, it was the last day for the pool. That's what it was.
Yep. Here's Veebs texted me, and he goes, "Are we going on at the regular time today, or do you just want to take this week off?" so I kind of took the hint as, you know what, it'd be okay to take. It's been a rough week. So,
yeah.
Let's just.
There's been a lot of I don't know. It's like there hasn't been anything, super terrible in the toy world. It's just that there hasn't been anything really.
Are you feeling a lull, even though they're
a bit of a malaise? Yeah, I would say. I mean, PowerCon was last weekend. There was some cool stuff there, but overall, just with everything that's going on, it just feels like I'm staring at so many pre-orders right now, and I'm fighting to find stuff to like actually take pictures of and review. It's just, I don't know.
Even though a lot of stuff is getting announced, do you think it's become, I hate to say this, a bit stale, a bit expected? Like, oh, there's new Marvel Legends. Oh, there's new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh, there's new Masters of the Universe. But so, do you think it may be because we're not seeing it in person?
It may be part of that, but the other piece of it too is that sometimes I always have to stand back and say, okay, now wait a minute. Am I collecting action figures because I like to see cool new stuff constantly pop up in my face? And when it actually hits my shelf afterwards, is that just kind of a part of it, but not the main thing? I get worried about that from time to time. But what this, I think, is teaching me right now is that, yeah, it's cool to see new stuff announced, and you live for that, but just as much, if not more, still to me is that having it in the actual collection and not getting stuff added, or it's just, I don't know. It's been tough. I mean, I've stepped back and gotten a few vintage pieces that I've hesitated on for a long time because of the cost and when everything else is rolling in, and that hasn't been happening. So yeah, it's cool to see new stuff, but I miss adding them to the collection right now
because of everything being backed up right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think there's several different types of collectors, and there's no wrong way of doing this crazy hobby that we do. My microphone's all messed up. Oh no. And but I've never been the kind of guy to, like, when a collection stops, or things aren't coming out at the moment, that you start getting rid of stuff.
No,
I'm done with it. That collection's done. Get rid of all of it.
Nope.
There's nothing wrong with that. That seems to be more of a in for it for the hunt, or the thrill of the hunt. Whereas I want to put stuff on the shelf because I know you have a rack full of DC Universe classics. Those are never getting added to again.
Yeah, Simpsons. I mean, Toy Biz, Lord of the Rings stuff. No, yeah, it's I really do like. That's what it's about. Now, what I will say though is that this has made me rethink some of my focus a little bit, because I think here for the past few years I've had a definite wide net cast. It's like if I see something cool and I like it, or I'm into that property or something, even in like even just a little bit, I've been like, yeah, let's grab that and add it. I think I'm going to be stepping back from that a little bit more and really focus on the stuff that I really, really, really like.
Because you were talking to her before we got on here, while I was choking, and you were just like, "Yeah, whatever."
Well, it's like maybe he can hear me. It's like this guy won't shut up, but I'll just keep talking.
No, but you were talking about Legends not being as. It sounded like you're getting to the point, and at reiterating what you just said, you're getting to the point where you don't need all of it.
Yeah,
there's enough coming out where you can just go, I just need that, and that.
Yep, that's true, and admittedly. I'm kind of at a excitement overall an excitement low point with Legends right now as it is. But when I see this, but I can say that that's not true for the things that I see that I really want. And this past Spider-Man retro wave that was announced and whatnot, for the things that I really wanted from that, I was like, hell yeah. But
yeah.
There are a few of them in that under, circumstances a year ago, I would have been like, oh, that's cool. I'll add it. I'm not doing it now. I'm getting 3 or 4 from that I absolutely want. And the rest I don't need to have.
So you're not saying they've overstayed their welcome. You're still excited when you want stuff.
Yeah.
It's just how to put it.
I think it is that I'm not going to be getting characters or versions of characters that aren't the ones that I want. It seems to me that, and I think I was trained to do that back with Legends for a while, because there was a time where the really classic iconic stuff, that stuff wasn't really coming out regularly. Now it may not be the first stuff to market, but they've done a really good job of eventually getting to some of these versions that I really, really want. And that's what I'm going to be waiting for now.
So you could say that there's a confidence level. Whereas before it was like, is this line going to end? Are they going to get to this? Is MCU going to take over everything? But now there's a good mix, and they've proven that there can be a good mix. And even if it's not within a wave, something else will come. Something else will be revealed.
Yeah. Yeah, and just something recent, Hercules is a good example of that. The Hercules figure that they released, has it been a couple of years ago now? It's a cool figure. I got it because we hadn't gotten a Hercules since that, one way back. But I was like, okay, this is fine. It didn't thrill me when I got it because it wasn't the version that I wanted. But now, skimpy outfit Hercules is coming. It's like, that's the one I've been waiting for. So that's the lesson here.
So is that your favorite version, or could you, because everybody seems to still want the leggings, the one they did way back, redone modern style?
That's a good point. I would say that this one airs close enough to that iconography. Like when I picture Hercules, this one can kind of slide right in there and be okay with that. So you're getting me with this, because if they did do the other version, I might bite on it. But if they don't ever with this new one, then I'm going to be okay.
Right. It's essentially classic.
Yeah.
In general. It's not. It's a good.
For a while, I was contemplating going back down to, all right, I'm only going to do like the Fantastic Four and their related characters, and like Colossus and Kitty and some of my key favorite ones, and be done with the rest of it. But I haven't gotten there yet. Yeah.
Oscar, I've got him queued up. We're gonna, even though the Marvel Legends from this week has been talked to death. Veebs and I hasn't talked about. I haven't gotten his thoughts on him yet.
Yeah, and it's good to have some Marvel distraction while I am at this place where it's like I don't care one bit about Sentinel because it's not moving. I haven't gotten it. The whole thing with the other thing with it. It's like, let's talk about something that's not the Sentinel.
Dance, I've traditionally been lots of inexpensive things, and I'm shifting towards fewer, more expensive things. Pretty soon you'll be doing hot toys.
Yeah, well, I've been guilty of that for a couple of purchases as of late with some vintage pieces with the lines that I collect. I mean, regularly now. I would say Ultimates and import stuff is the only stuff that I regularly collect that I would call probably expensive. So I haven't like stepped away from all of that entirely, but I definitely can appreciate that.
Hercules is becoming Conan after I customize them. Man, I would want a whole. That's a good idea because I still have the old Toy Biz Conan parts laying around. Put them on that body, but then I'd need to tan them. The whole thing. I need that base body that already has that skin tone I'm looking for. You know. Ugh. Veebs is so happy he thought he'd just leave that on there. Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
Andrew. I sold all my non-Spider-Man Legends, roughly 150 figures. Feels like a weight lifted. Bought 3 Hot Toys with the money. Now I can start a new problem. That's where we always end up.
Yeah, I'm thinking that I'm going to be doing that with my MCU figures, because they're sitting in a bin, and I like them. They're great figures, but they don't rate high enough to take up real estate from something else that I would probably want, you know?
Yeah, because I go through stages of I'm only doing X-Men, you know, and X-Men related. That's what I like the best. But then I'm a dog just chasing cars. They show new Spider-Man figures and I need a shocker. And oh, look at that armored Spider-Man. And the MCU, if I see a movie, I'm hyped up. I want figures of it. And then I'm back to a couple of months later, X-Men. Ooh.
Yeah, the Spider-Man stuff especially is that, yes, of course, I love a good iconic Spider-Man, and I love like Spider-Man and his amazing friends, but I've never been Spider-Man's never been like my favorite or anything, but man, his rogues, oh yeah, they are.
Yeah, the rogues. Going from, because I looked up, we'll get to the clue here in a minute, but I think I cut a part out of the weekly where I said, oh, that carded, the big card, retro card, I want it to be Rhino. You know, his 90s look with the armor from Sinister Syndicate. And then when I was editing, I looked it up just to make sure so I wouldn't get nailed in the comment section. And that was actually 86 or something. So there's there's a Spider-Man era that is my favorite. And it's right about there. Rocket Racer, Cardiac, that goes through to the 90s, I guess, at some point. But yeah, that I forget about when I start thinking about X-Men.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like I said, Marvel Legends, I'm kind of in this reevaluation place. You know, I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean that in a way that will get. I'm thinking through how I'm going to be back to enjoying the line more again. I think, and I think that's part of it. And you know, it's in a better spot than I am with Star Wars right now.
Star Wars is my static display at the moment.
But just thinking about it right now makes me mad.
I have so much room in the office devoted to Star Wars that is just okay. On one hand, I'm almost out of room. So, but I want new figures too. So we'll see.
Well, yeah, me too. That's the thing. I'm dying for new figures, and when they're new, they're great. But Star Wars right now is so boring. And how can Star Wars be boring?
What, you don't want some repaints?
Wow!
I saw that, and I was like, "Oh, Veeps is gonna be so happy."
But yeah, give me new stuff. Give me guys I don't have. They're awesome. Heck yeah.
Speaking of, my Costco actually shipped from Amazon this week or yesterday. Yeah, they're going piecemeal with it because I think Lando shipped to Brett. Mr. Arkansas shipped it there, and I'm over here sitting waiting for Ms. Oklahoma.
How can they ship it to another state instead of your state first?
Ara got the Oklahoma code name, so and I guess she's gonna be last.
Well, I've just got the set ordered from Dorkside, so I don't know when that's gonna happen because if they're going piecemeal, who the heck knows?
Yeah. That's the thing. That's the the tricky part. That it may peg warm at Best Buy, maybe. What's the other one? Did it go to GameStop and
Is there an Amazon one?
2 to Amazon and 1 fan channel.
Mm.
So it's not really hitting pegs because Best Buy doesn't keep anything around anyway.
Yeah, that's true. I get it. Star Wars, aside from like the army builders, it's not a reuse line like Marvel Legends is. So I get that repaints are part of it. But holy crap, we're at like a 3-to-1 ratio right now. So
people losing their patience on ThunderCats.
Yeah, I'm thinking that with that, within the next 3-4 months or so, there's going to be, I think there's going to be a pressure valve that's going to be released. From the sounds of it, 3, 4 are all going to be fairly well on top of each other in terms of shipping. And that's what we need right now. We need ThunderCats to ship.
Well, that's what I've always said. It's not even ThunderCats. I mean, if they could ever get the product going at an alternating pace from the pre-orders and get a solid something on a schedule, you know?
Yeah.
Because it seemed like they were almost about to fall into that, and then boom, 2020 happened, and then factories and shipping, and because I saw the dates, and that's what I'm looking for. I forgot to get that picture. Was
yeah, it's ThunderCats Series 2 is going to be shipping like 3rd week of November. Series 4 is going to be shipping like the last day of the year or something like that. So, you know,
but those dates are leaving the factory, right?
Those are leave the factory dates.
Yeah.
And so after that, there's no way for them to be able to, estimate after that, because some stuff, it's like that ships and boom, it gets there and it's done and it hits warehouses in like normal time. Some stuff, it's like double the time or whatever right now. You can't estimate it.
I have lost that announcement.
Here, hold on.
On Instagram.
I've got it, I think.
Or was it an email?
Email.
Oh.
Hold on. I can. Do you want me to send it to you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So let's do that. Yeah. The good news is that NJPW2 and Turtles are like NJPW2 is already shipped, and new Turtles are shipping by the end of the month.
They're already over.
NJPW shipped on the 10th, and new Turtles 4 ships from the factory on the 30th. So the wait for the best turtle is almost over.
Oh my god! Finally, I can open those figures. Oh, we don't even want to get into the Mayfex schedule. I just paid for Hush, and it looks like Gambit's still on schedule for this month, but a lot of stuff got pushed again. Well, I say a lot of stuff. The stuff that was supposed to be this month got pushed.
Who's supposed to ship after Hush or Hush for the Hush?
As far as DC or Batman or
in the Hush line, who is supposed to ship after him?
Harley's in there, right? Joker.
Because I skipped Hush, but I've ordered all the rest of them.
I believe it's Joker.
Okay,
because he was solicited before the gun ban, so that was end of last year. He should be coming around soon.
Gun ban, is that in the same system as Min ban?
Star Wars joke. My mouse died. Oh, there we go. Can we get a Robo Don't Know? Every day of my life, my friend. Every day of my life. Robo Don't Know. How to... Did you send that email?
Yeah.
Okay. I was at... Did you send it to email? Oh, wrong email. Oh, of course you're going to be a butt.
Yes, everything that I do is like as difficult as possible.
You have all the dates right there. I'm on the wrong browser. I'm actually logged in under the wrong browser.
So NJPW Series 2 shipped on the 10th. Ninja Turtles Series 4, which is what? Donatello, Muckman, Mondo Gecko, and Casey Jones. That ships out at the end of this month. Then in October, more wrestling stuff. The major podcast people and the Good Brothers are shipping in October.
They're at the same time, so it's kind of like a four, all
They're
four
like
showing up?
they're like 4 or 5 days apart from each other, apparently. One ships on the 15th. The podcast dudes ship on the 15th, and the other ones ship on the 20th.
Gotcha.
And then ThunderCats Series 2 ships on the 21st of November. Disney Series 1 ships on the 30th of November, as does Conan the Barbarian Wave 3. And then ThunderCats Series 4 ships on 12/30.
I don't know what I'm thinking. Here, how about this? Boom.
Oh, there it is.
I should have known. Just go look at John's Twitter and Huntress. Oh, there's Huntress too. Yeah, I missed a lot of messages, guys. Sorry.
That's my screenshot.
No.
Yeah. So, you know, I know a lot of people jumped at it and said, "Hey, where's ThunderCat Series 3?" But those have shipped, so that's why those aren't on here.
Yeah, this is leaving the factory. Leaving the
factory, and again, since that stuff has already shipped, and there are some things on here that aren't on. There are some things that aren't on here that they're not on here, I think, because this was only to cover through the end of the year. So some stuff that we already knew about already being pushed to January. But then I would also bet that some of the stuff isn't on here simply because they don't have the concrete information yet.
Right.
So, yeah. So you know, with the ThunderCats thing, like I said, that's 3 waves that are going to hit pretty quickly on top of each other, and more than double the size of the ThunderCats collection that we have now by a long shot, you know.
Right.
So, and that's even including if you have the figures that only Mattel has done thus far. So I think that's going to be a big pressure valve release. And from the pictures from PowerCon, they have noted the things that were incorrect, like on Mumra and Tigra. And that's good. So then there was time to fix it. So I'm hoping that we're not going to see any more incident from the things that are on this list right now.
Not yet. We haven't got to wave 6.
Yeah, but that's a big one. That's something I am excited about.
Right.
So
that's this week, right? They put the tease up, but they haven't teased anything else that I've seen.
Tomorrow, they sent out their Super 7 always sends out an email on Sundays that it's like what's coming up for the next week, and they said that TMNT Ultimate Series 6 will be unveiled tomorrow.
I was looking. You saw me typing and searching, and
this is the type of thing he does. Now the
son of a bitch.
but the ThunderCats thing too. Obviously they showed some stuff off at PowerCon, right? Oh yeah. So before we get back to that though, since you brought this Mouser up, this is kind of a curveball tease, right? Because the last Mouser was an accessory. So I'm going to take it that this one is too. But where is this going to sit?
The last Mouser, as in the vintage line?
No, there was a regular non-battle damage Mouser came with Baxter Stockman in the first series.
Oh, see, I don't open these. I'm a carded collector when it comes to Super 7.
Try being almost both. But yeah.
No, like I said, once I get all 4, that's when the opening begins. So I completely forgot we already had one. So battle damaged, and a lot of people are saying there's 3 holes right in a row, like a sigh fits in there or something.
Mm-hmm.
But
Maybe
that looks more like, I don't know.
Well, I'm looking at the other battle damage on there, and I was like, huh. What I'm wondering if they're being cheeky with some of their, teasing on this. Is that yes, it's a battle damage Mauser, but if you look at his chest, it's like, has this dude been, cut or
That's Wolverine.
Well,
X-Men confirmed. Oh man, that's gonna be awesome.
well, it's like maybe this dude's been slashed or something. I don't know. Maybe. I think everybody's kind of. It seems like most people are expecting slash in this assortment. So I was like, I wonder if they're being cheeky with it a little bit.
As in slashes.
Yeah, because look at his chest, right?
Could you imagine the Jurassic Park scene with a mouser? and we're sitting there, Casey, freeze! Let's see. Zoom back out. So slashed, huh?
But what would Slash be doing fighting a Mauser? I mean, they're both bad guys, right?
Right.
So there's that. But their turtle assortments to me, and I mean, I'm biased with Ninja Turtles, but I love ThunderCats nearly just as much. But their turtle assortments have been absolutely on fire. their assortments have been damn near perfect up and down. So having the new ones unveiled for this, it's like I'm kind of Ray Fillet happened in the series 5. Donatello's on his way. Now it's just like knock me over with whatever you're going to announce because I'll take it.
So it's just more and more delicious gravy.
Yeah.
For your biscuits.
Yeah.
I
mean,
you got your main biscuits.
I've still got my favorites, that are out there, but it's one of those things that's like they'll get to them, I think. So
right.
The thing about Series 6 though is that people have been bringing it up again, and I remember it because it may have been, I think it was when I was speaking to him actually. Brian hinted that Series 6 is going to have a real eye opener or something as far as a character choice, and a lot of people have skewed towards, well, it's going to be something that's never been in the vintage line or whatever else. I don't know if we're quite there yet. I almost feel like though this would be a really, I mean, the Turtles line is established, it is popular, so I think they can go really insane with some of their character choices now. So I'm really excited to see what this is going to be,
because there's still so much to be done.
Yeah,
with the road that they're on right now.
Yeah, and I think we can make the assumption, right, that Undercover Donatello, Space Cadet Raph, or Sewer Surfer Michelangelo, or one of them is going to be one of the figures in this assortment. But after that, it's kind of wide open.
And wide open.
So yeah, it's exciting.
Savage knows this too well. Hasn't evolved a breakfast cereal.
You know what? I got the Monster Mash. I was looking for the Monster Mash cereal on Friday. I haven't found that.
Me neither. Oh, so did you find it? You didn't find it.
The cereal? No. We found the fruit snacks.
Neither have I.
Yeah.
I've seen the center thing. Okay. What? He mentioned it. We're going to go down that road. We're just going to jump into it. I've seen the individual boxes, but not the mixed one.
And the Super 7 Mousers, their jaws move. They can crunch some cereal, right?
That's right.
And by the looks of it, this one's been eating honeycomb.
Well, no, he's been eating some grape something nuts. Tearing up his jaw. That right there, that's grape nuts damage right there, boy.
Yep, that's grape nuts.
Yep. That'll.
Who's a vintage figure that was purple because of grape, and we've got this figured out. This detective work has been amazing.
Man, we are on point. That's some Sherlock Holmes shit right there.
Yeah.
Yes, blames Sauvage. I'm going to call you Sauvage Saint.
Sauvage
Sant. Sauvage Sant.
Yeah. But turtles, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. It's being a Thundercats fan too. It makes me kind of like, but at the same time, being a Turtles fan, I'm really glad this line clicks for them. It's like stuff just clicks. There's some issues to be worked out with, some engineering and whatnot that I hope that they're still going to be getting to. But as far as like how the figures look coming out, for the most part, the schedule that they're able to keep, it's like the anti-Thundercats right now.
If everything could get on the turtle schedule,
it would be smooth sailing. Because I think we're probably not too far away from getting an update on Series 5 showing some like first shots or something like that too. I'm going to bet we're getting close enough for that.
Oh, David, good Sunday, guys. Do y'all think they will make more Universal monsters in their Transformers crossover besides Dracula? You got to think if they went after that license, they would use it more. But then we've only seen one Jurassic Park crossover, or Top Gun or Back to the Future.
Well, to me, talking about this though, it's a signaling that the Universal Monsters license, it's out there right now. It's like NECA is doing their 7-inch scale, Jada's doing 6-inch scale. You've got the Transformers crossovers. There's that Target system leak that is talking Ninja Turtle crossover, and I don't think anybody's for certain yet whether or not it's Playmates or NECA, but the price seems to be more NECA right now. So I think there's a lot of Universal Monster stuff that we probably haven't seen yet still out there.
Ooh, Frankentank,
man, I would buy that game.
I don't care too much for the Dracula they've done, and I haven't talked to it because it's just it's okay. It's neat, but it didn't grab me.
I am, towards the point that we were making at the beginning of the show, I am a great admirer of some things that they're doing. I don't buy it because it's not, Transformers isn't my big thing, but it's very cool concept that I like to see them working through. And I can't tell if that was me or you that time.
That was me. That was me, I think.
Okay. Well,
I saw my Wi-Fi thing pop up
quietly for a moment, but yeah.
I'm just gonna sit in the corner over here.
It's cool concept, right? It's ridiculous, but at the same time, it's really fun.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, are we back? Okay. Yeah, what was the somebody help me out, the Wolf triple changer? I don't think we've had it in the recently. Wolf. Was Wolf in the name? That could be a Wolfman crossover.
And it's funny that we're talking about this because before we got rolling too, you and I were talking about how I've been doing a lot of reconfiguration down here, and I've got the space picked out for the NECA Universal Mon. And man, I can't wait for that shelf to fill up. I'm really excited for those.
No, not 6 shots. Maybe it wasn't a triple changer. Maybe it was, his chest opened up. It was a headmaster. It was yellow with some gray. Yeah, Weird Wolf. Gotcha. Yeah, I knew you guys.
Weird Wolf.
I
just like that name. That almost sounds like the worst name.
Yeah, it'd be like a Weird Wolfman.
Yeah.
Go for it. Oh, now that makes me want to get the Blackbird, though. That's a big Sentinel, though. Wait, okay, that's blowing scale all to hell. It'd make for a cool picture, but the more I think about it, the more it'd bug me.
You know what though? I've got that set up right now because both of them are non-existent in my collection at this point, so it works well. Where's
Now, the one that got away due to a fire. Oh, are you talking about? Oh, Weird Wolf may be cursed or something, because actually, I had that in my hands at Walmart when I was a kid, and we were heading to the checkout, and one of the silo things was on fire. So they evacuated the general area, and I put it down, and I'm not sure if I ever got back and got that thing.
Dang.
So we left from there and went to Pizza Hut, or Pizza Parlor that was just around the corner.
Was
They
Pizza
weren't
Parlor
evacuating.
local?
Pizza Parlor, yeah, it's like a local pizza thing.
Gotcha.
It's good.
Local pizza is always better than
Chain.
corporate pizza, no matter what.
Yep.
No matter what kind of pizza it is.
Backstabbers.
But
oh, that's the story. Oh, okay. Yeah, you remember more than I do. Dang. But yeah, I'm excited. 24 hours, we'll know all about this wave, huh?
Yeah, and yeah, it's going to be cool. Like I said, with this being announced, with Series 4 shipping, you know, in less than 2 weeks at this point, it's just things go and they pop, and it's great for turtles.
And that's always been the. I mean, I think I had somebody ask me, was it in the comment section of one of the videos, or how I feel about these figures constantly getting pushed back. And I'm just like, right now, it seems worse because there's not a lot of stuff actually hitting. But in normal times, when we're getting stuff from other companies, I don't worry about it. Metacom,
Yeah,
you almost expect it at this point.
well, and the thing is about it is that especially with high dollar figures, we joke about Mafex and whatever a lot, but to your point, if these delays are for reasons that, you know, they want to get things right, or they're, you know, there's so many circumstances.
Right.
I would much rather something not be rushed, which is, you know, bringing me back to what they at PowerCon, because, you know, there are some things that we should talk about that was shown off at PowerCon, not just He-Man, but, you know, some ThunderCat stuff, and then also the Four Horsemen were set up there, right? But there's a rumor going around right now that at PowerCon they were kind of talking about how ThunderCat Series 3 is pretty much ready to send to us, I think, with the exception of Chitara. And there is a rumor that Chitara may be delayed further so that they can go back and possibly address some of the engineering and aesthetic pieces that people had been noticing and pointing out. And I don't know if that's the case, because I don't think Super 7 has said anything official about that. But if they do it, that's the right choice. It sucks. It sucks to wait longer, especially with ThunderCats. But I would much rather take another 6 months and have the Chitara that I want on my shelf, instead of always looking at it and be like, man, that could be better. Or there are later females in the line that look better. Because how do you not make the most important female ThunderCat the best one, right?
What year were we in San Diego sitting in the back of a taxi talking about how much it sucks that Mattel was dropping ThunderCats? What that they'd gotten that far, and then they'd said that was it.
God, man, has it been like 7 years or something like that?
Yeah,
It's been a long time.
So I've been waiting 7 years or so for a Chitara anyway. So it doesn't bother me much to wait another however many months it may take.
Yeah, and I don't believe that they're going to be. I will be shocked, and I will come on here and mea culpa if I don't think they're going to be delaying the other three. I think the other three look fantastic and they're done and they're ready to go. So I think it's just going to be a matter of Chitara. And with the rest of Wave 3 coming out, the other stuff shipping, things have seemed like such a colossal wait because we've been waiting on everything up to this point. But once other stuff starts shipping, I think if they do delay Chitara, the delay is not going to feel quite as long because you're going to be getting other stuff between now and then.
Right.
Wow.
And that's always been the hope.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll know more soon. I think that was further substantiated by the fact that, like, was it Big Bad or Entertainment Earth? One of them pushed Chitara back on their site to like April or something. So I think that it's probably something that we're just kind of waiting to hear the official word on right now.
Like I said, I'm good with either way. Automaton, your name kicks ass. I think I saw it a couple times before, but I've just now realized when I tried to say it out loud. Automaton. Pizza Face. Is Kyle not a fan? I don't remember.
I don't think he is, but you know what? He's not that kind of guy.
Yeah.
He's not.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. Not like Dwight and Banshee, right?
Right. Well, and especially like in the Toy Biz Legends days. I mean, if Jesse Falcon didn't like somebody, you sure as shit weren't getting it in the line. I don't think that this is like that.
And I'm joking about the Banshee thing too, because that's just been a running joke for the past few years. Yeah, ask Mezco Conan how he feels about delays. An 89 Batman.
I feel that because I don't get a ton of the 112 stuff, but Conan is one of the ones that I ordered, and it's like, how long ago was that? Yeah, and it's fine. It's fine if Conan arrives and he is wonderful as he looks like he's going to be, then that's cool.
How many other Mezcos do you have on pre-order right now?
Me, I think other than him, it's just Death Dealer, which makes sense, and maybe Fantastic Four. I think that's it right now, right? Because there hasn't been any more Popeye. They haven't solicited for Dick Tracy yet, right?
Not yet.
Yeah,
because I was hoping for the Crow first, and that's what happened. Because I was like, hey,
you son of
Mezco,
a bitch.
Mezco, I need that Crow. Give it to me.
Yeah.
And they were like, yes, sir.
Well, Dick Tracy will be a day one order for me. I hope there's no exclusivity around that or anything. And it would have to be day one. But I am excited for those.
Down to just Destro and Roadblock from Mezco. Oh, I forgot about those too.
They got to be getting. Does Mezco kind of have an unwritten rule that they don't let too many pre-orders of one property get out there? Or they just like, who gives a fuck? Let's do it.
I haven't paid that much attention to it. I've seen a lot of DC. Not as much Marvel lately, I don't think. But yeah, they just put it out there, and they put their own their Rumble Society stuff in there that breaks it all up.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Morbius. I forgot about. Got that on pre-order. That looks good. Ghost Rider I didn't get. Wasn't that expensive with the bike or something? Light up feature and everything.
Probably.
Constantine. So yeah, they don't get too much. Okay. Did you order your boss fight Popeye figure?
Yeah, but I ordered those a while back.
I saw Preternia posting it up. Like it just.
I think they went on Amazon actually.
Oh.
Which is good. That's great.
Oh, no Power Ranger yet either, huh? Oh, well, there was the Fantastic Four set too.
Oh yeah, that's.
Nobody has to ask Veebs if he ordered the Fantastic Four.
I've already got the spot in the Fantastic Four collection reserved for those guys.
Okay, this is gonna be weird, guys, because I'm watching another live stream over here at the Duck Race. I'm in 6th place overall. It hasn't started yet. About to kick off.
Dun, dun, dun.
I don't know how this would work. How does this work? Oh, there you go. We can watch Dan's duck race. I see the excitement on your face, Veebs. I do.
What is it?
It's Dan has a duck race
Okay.
every Sunday, and I'm trying to beat Wolfpack. Trying to stay ahead. Come on. Oh, Wade's out there. Nope. It's going to be a lean Christmas, so get what you can now. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking.
I think they've been talking about that for a while. I know my wife and I have been doing Christmas shopping for our kids for a few months now. So
I had something put back, and I gave it to him last week. I was like, nah, whatever. I don't see my name in there. Have I been pulled from the race? Oh yeah. Dan gonna hit us with a copyright strike.
Yeah, I don't. I can't keep up with this.
Yeah.
It's all like a big glob.
Yeah, the Christmas shopping will be terrible. Oh, the Fwoosh is definitely in it. I'm trying to watch. I'm watching two. Oh, is Dan gonna win? Look at that. Oh no, Wade's coming. Wade's coming back up. Oh, there I am. I'm down there on the red duck. Has anyone else ordered the Marvel Legends Johnny Storm as a flame on alternative to Mezco's Johnny?
That's a good thought.
Pickles go rotten. You're in. There you go. Dan came in second. Okay. Before Dan hits us with a, you can't broadcast my duck race. No, it's all good.
Yeah. That new Johnny's looking pretty good. So that's a good idea.
I don't think he has much choice over what it actually looks like.
So you just get stuck with red, the anti.
Yeah, I got it. I got. It's Fwoosh Wolfpack. That's an NWO thing.
Then where's your toothpick, sir?
No, yo, wait. Oh wait, they did move to Wolfpack, didn't they? It was him and yeah. As a huge fan, does Veebs have a dream casting for the MCU Fantastic Four movie?
You know, you'd think that would be the case, but that's one of those things where my brain locks up when I try to like think of that, because it's always a constant second guessing and no, this isn't perfect. So it's like, well, then I better not. So no.
I've really come around on the Krasinski Blunt pairing.
You know what? That would actually be fine with me, because I was just going to say, I will say that every, you know, the latest Fantastic Four and the two that came before that, aside from Chris Evans also being the Human Torch, I don't love any of that casting. Chickless was fun, but it was almost too on the nose for me.
Right. Oh, did they already cast Veebs as Ben Grimm?
I don't think I'm quite imposing enough for that role.
Oh shit, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I'd take
it's a multiverse thing.
Yeah. He's not playing Captain America anymore because he's got to play Johnny.
Oh, that'd be cool. But you want to talk speaking of Marvel Legends?
Yeah.
You want to go through real quick? Again,
yeah, let's do it.
Nick Frost better play Mole Man. That would be awesome. Fwoosh World Order. Fwoosh.
FWO. Fwoo.
Fwoosh Life. Oh man, how about this? Maybe I can finally get my Tick figure.
Man, I'll tell you. We talked about Hanna-Barbera Ultimates a few weeks ago. They have gotten very high on the top of my list, but I was having some thoughts last week or something too. It's like I need me some Sesame Street Ultimates. Those would be amazing.
Was okay. Walk me through this.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Palisades
Yes.
that had
Muppets.
Muppets?
Mm-hmm.
They were about to go into Sesame Street, right?
Yep, and then they went under.
Okay.
They had like through series 3 or series 4 prototyped, and were in some level of production because I've seen the shots of them, and it makes me hurt.
Yeah.
But I think that, you know, Ultimates would be amazing for Sesame Street. I can be happy with the Palisades Muppets collection that I have and not feel like, oh, I need to reboot or add to that. But man, I would take some Ultimates because they would do it the way that they needed to be doing it, especially with like the variance in scale and size
Right.
and stuff like that. Oh man, I would love that, and do it like 70s, 80s Muppets, which that's what, or Sesame Street, which that's what they would do. That would be pretty. That'd be pretty rad.
Well, I mean, have they changed that much over the years, puppet wise?
I mean, I think like everything else, they've kind of just been put through that softening lens,
Right.
Dungeons and Dragons would be cool. I think there's some possibilities for that. Definitely been a lot more classic Dungeons and Dragons.
Toy line. You're talking toy line though.
Yeah, merchandise.
She's talking cartoon.
Been out there. An interesting one.
She and I are sane people who want.
Yeah.
You're a crazy person.
But well, I think the cartoon stuff has been out there too. So it's like I'd take both of them. I mean, seriously, let Super 7 do the cartoon stuff, and somebody else do the vintage toy or something like that. Heck yeah.
Well, when you first started talking about the Dungeons and Dragons toy line from back then, I had no clue. I don't remember it. But since then, I've looked at pictures, and I do remember the little goblin guy and certain things. And of course, who's the main bad? Warduke. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, I went like this thinking Venger. That's still who I picture.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd take the original toys too, because there's almost a subconscious nostalgia to that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And really, I could see the cartoon keeping up with like something that we've said and an Ultimates style. But letting like if somebody rebooted the vintage toy line, giving that a little bit more of a classic Dungeons and Dragons aesthetic, so maybe a little grittier or something to it, and that would be really cool.
Thoughts on Star Wars Visions? I actually haven't. I'm not watching anything until I know it's been announced, but I haven't seen anything about it. I think mostly on purpose because I just want to go in and watch it.
Yeah, I have to make an admission. I still haven't watched What If yet.
Oh yeah, so you don't know what this wave coming out right now is about, huh?
No. Hey, Dan Rather has gotten very awesome in his old age, so yeah, I'll take an Ultimates Dan Rather.
Warduke is a great vintage figure.
Yep, that is a vintage figure that I never had because Dungeons and Dragons wasn't super visible to me as a kid. But I have a vintage Warduke and Strongheart from
Black or Brave Star.
Brave Star seems like, but Brave Star, I mean, Mattel owns that, right?
Oh, do they?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do. So that's another one that it's like, as much as I would like Mattel to take a page out of Hasbro's book and be a toy maker, but also a licenser, they haven't seemed to be.
Yeah. Oh, chance of a 1970s Super Friend. I don't know. I think McFarlane sticks to pretty much modern because it's edgy, it's gritty, you know.
Yeah, I think that it would be. I think every aesthetic cue that you would want from a Super Friends line, you wouldn't get that with McFarlane.
Yeah. Did you get that? What if? And it's in the mail. And as the episodes go on, I get more, because when it was first announced, it was easy to go, well, I'm not attached to any of this, whatever. But what if I watched the episodes and then gave me a backstory? Yeah, I had to ask myself, what if?
Yeah.
And now that I'm connected to a bunch of those figures, that I'm much more excited about getting them. But with the newer episodes, there's more figures I want.
I ordered Captain Carter without knowing anything about anything.
Okay, that was a badass design. Did you get the Hydra Stomper too?
Not yet, but
you will.
Probably will.
You will. You will.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, we have very. I didn't do the Tick.
Now,
comic book.
I'm not a big Tick guy either.
Except the live action.
Okay.
I love the live action. And I know to true Tick fans of the cartoon or the comics are just like, oh, pshaw.
Yeah.
Pshaw, my friend. But I loved it. That was my short experience with Tick. And I would love Tick figures based on the live action show.
And now I saw a comment that scrolled by too about my hatred for McFarlane. I don't think it's hatred. It's just I don't care about Spawn. The DC stuff that he's doing is perfectly fine, but it's not my stuff. I just ordered the Princess Bride stuff. I don't think that like Andre looks great. I'm definitely giving that a shot.
Yeah. It's just not in your preferred style.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially with the DC stuff, right? It's just not. DC and me have a very iconic, clean superhero aesthetic. And if it breaks from that, I'm generally not into it.
It's not hatred.
Yeah. I don't care. You're right. I don't care about a lot of those looks from storylines that pop up and go away. And it's like over designed stuff a lot of the time to me. I'm not calling it bad, but to me, it's just too much. It's too bewildering for my eye. And it's never as, great as some of the iconic versions. And I don't get that way with Marvel quite as much, but with DC, I'm definitely like that.
Right. Plus you have, essentially at this point, you have your DC collection.
Yeah.
I mean, there could be some customs to be made, but
yeah, there's about 20 customs that I'd love to add to it, but then I'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
And a quarter of those is the Forever People. So
when his stuff comes up. Yeah.
It's that like with the DC stuff, it's storylines that I don't really know and designs that I don't like. So that's really what it is.
Have you haven't messed with any McFarlane stuff, have you? Since Fortnite.
The Fortnite, and I got King Shark.
Gotcha.
But I think other than that, the last one that I got was the Goblin King from Labyrinth, Jareth.
I did watch the Amazon Tick, and it's perfect. Well, I don't think I watched the second season. Is there a second season? I watched some, and it was perfectly fine. But the Patrick Warburton, that's it's so weird and zany, and I can relate to him about the glasses on, glasses off. Where'd he go when he put his glasses on?
No, yeah. But let's talk about that Marvel Legends stuff.
Okay, I don't have it all queued up, but we can talk about the big things, what we're getting, and I am Batman well sized. I just did a Dave. There will be a Legends 6-inch scale figure without legs. Who do you think this is? Because I know who it is. I know.
It's funny. My brain went first. It's like, oh, it's probably going to be Mojo.
Mojo's got legs.
Yeah, but they're.
I know.
But
I'm gonna shoot down every guess that is not mine.
Then I was like, Shumagorath really has tentacles, not legs, right?
Yeah, technically.
That would be cool. What's his name? What's the Reaver tank guy, right?
Reaver tank guy? He has a name, Veebs.
I know.
He has a name.
Is that your pick?
And it is Bonebreaker.
Bonebreaker, yeah, that's it. Bonebreaker, yeah.
Bonebreaker. See, all these guys know too.
Bam. Yeah. What's the Serpent Society guy?
Yeah. Damn. I know exactly who you're talking about. Didn't he have blades on his arms?
Yeah. So
Bone Crusher.
Yeah.
His name is Reaver Tank Guy.
Would Madam Web be one too?
She has legs.
Isn't there somebody who doesn't though?
Oh, wait a second. Oh, no, was he Deadpool villain? Wasn't there somebody that rode it? Now I'm picturing the new god that rides around in the chair.
Metron.
There was a Deadpool, like his brain was on the internet or something. I don't know if he was full body. Bushmaster was the
Bushmaster, yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. I want Mojo. I want a good scaled Mojo. That old one's too small.
Yeah.
So, but Bonebreaker. Bonebreaker's up here. Mojo's about right here. Bonebreaker's up here. Oh, he's got it.
Yeah.
It's a movie Deadpool and Juggernaut 2-pack.
And with a swap out, you right into the into the torso, you can plug in tiny little legs.
So yeah, he can Winnie the Pooh it.
Uh-huh.
Dupe. Oh well, I keep mixing up clues too because we've had a dupe, but that's a different clue.
Yeah. Strangely enough, I still have that dupe on my shelf too.
Wasn't Box an amputee? I cannot.
That would be great. I'd love a Box figure.
Box would be awesome. It'd fill out that Alpha Flight roster a little bit better.
I need Marina too.
Oh, Marina. Is that how you say it?
Marina, yeah.
Okay. I like that way better than Marina.
I don't think I was ever able to call her that because when I think of Marina, I think of the place where the boats go.
Who was the guy in the animated Spider-Man series with a wheelchair?
Smythe. That was Smythe, right?
But he had legs, right?
Yeah.
I think the whole thing, I think without legs doesn't mean without the use of legs.
Yeah. I think it's literally no legs.
But who knows?
Yeah. They've been known to curveball it, quite a bit with stuff like that. So,
but since we're 100% sure this is going to be Bonebreaker, the next one, I'm setting myself up for heartache. I think
out of all of those that we've talked about, I would want it to be Shumagorath, but that's just me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, this clue did come from Dwight, so
it's probably an X person.
Yep, it's a Reaver.
Or a Mojo.
Or, well, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
I didn't go through. Oh no, this one. This will be another, or there will be another Legend 6-inch scale figure on the oversized Spider-Man Toy Biz blister card.
I mean, everybody's brain, I think, goes to Rhino for this, right?
But I did see some good points about Lizard. I mean, we've already got the body. Put a classic head on that thing.
Yeah. My
Rhino.
thing is, I think if I want a classic Lizard, I don't want one that's as big as the one that we got.
That's true. That is true. And which Rhino would you want? Are you looking for an old school, not so muscled up Rhino, or my 80s shoulder football pad Rhino?
One that looks like the old Toy Biz box set one.
Was that Four Horsemen?
Yeah.
Is it that one?
Yep.
Okay, so just clean Rhino. He's
Rhino.
He's kind of buff.
But because when they talk about when they're doing the figures that are on cards like that, that's the approach for the rest of the figures for the most part, right? They're the clean line ones, classic looking ones. So to me, that makes the most sense, I guess.
Yeah. We don't need another Lizard. All that's been a couple years back though, and it was a Build-A-Figure.
It was a Build-A-Figure, and I'm sorry, I hate that head. I've got a Benty top. He did a top head that looks more classic, but I mean that was dinosaur head Lizard. No.
I don't, honestly, I remember I drove up your way and we took a look at that wave together.
Yep.
And I am not sure if I ever built that.
It had Benty not done a custom head for that, I don't think that I would even have that one on the shelf.
Oh no, that's Sandman. Yeah, I never opened Spider-Punk. He's still hanging here, and I can't remember who else was in that wave.
Yep, that was the wave. That was the Spider-Punk wave for sure. Yeah.
So yeah, I never built Lizard. I think I have a couple of parts loose.
Well, Mysterio was in that wave too. The first Mysterio, I think.
I think I opened Mysterio. Oh, but he got a re-release, didn't he?
Yep, he got the carded classic retro card release. Yep.
I think after I'd messed with yours and we did video on it and stuff and all that, I had no place for Spider-Punk, but I did have Mephisto.
You always have a place for Spider-Punk.
Well, that's why it's still over here. Someday in the big Spider-Man room.
I do have a place for him. He's in a bin. It's in the bin.
Didn't they tease Rhino with Sandman on Twitter? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I feel that this is one of those that anything that's not saying it's Rhino is probably overthinking it, because at the end of the day, they can probably convince themselves that they can get away with just doing a new head.
For who? Wait, which one? Rhino?
Mm-hmm.
And Lizard. You think they... Because I think that's one of my problems with the Build-A-Figure Rhino. One was crazy, and one was half masked that I wasn't familiar with. I'm sure it was accurate to something, but
but the body, it has a lot of texture to it. Mm-hmm. But if they gave that a lighter gray and they gave it a new head, I mean, that's your retro formula for the most part, and they would probably say, "Here's your retro Rhino with that," right?
Yeah.
Lizard, I gotta tell you, I mean, I've been content with the Lizard that we've had because of the Benty modification and how you can crouch him down low. But now that I'm like sitting here looking at him over here, I don't want Lizard this way. Lizard needs a complete redo. He needs a complete classic redo.
Plus, thinking about that figure and how awkwardly, well, the tail sticking out one side, it hunches over a little bit. The legs are real long. It doesn't seem very comfortable on a blister card, you know?
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. And you're right, because he comes forward a lot.
Yeah. And if they turn him sideways, he's still pretty wide.
Yeah.
Then again, they fit Kingpin on a card, so we're talking about a pretty big blister card.
Yeah. Which that Kingpin, I love that Kingpin. But no, I would be extremely disappointed if it was Lizard, because Lizard needs a full redo for a classic Lizard.
So you're thinking skinny, regular human size with Lizard parts.
Yeah, and I mean classic Connors, man. I mean, he wasn't all hunchy either. He stood up pretty well, regularly.
And he was always, well, I think that's one of the things that the movie got right, was he was wanting to turn everyone into lizards.
Yeah. So I think it's going to be Rhino.
Or you're hoping it will be Rhino.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of Raptor Lizard, to be honest. You know what, Dan? I swear I saw your comment and wanted to highlight it. Didn't know it was you until I actually went to read it.
Yeah.
What's going on, Mark? And then the last. Okay, I brought these in. Are you frozen, or are you just looking at your shelves? Is he looking at? Look how much he enjoys his shelves. That is a man that loves his hobby right there. Look at that. Look how much. He can't get enough. He's still looking over at the Marvel Legends. Yep. Uh-oh, this is going on for way too long. Is he coming back? Oh, there you are.
Yeah. If it was Rhino, I'd be fairly happy with getting a more classic take on him with what they've got, with a little bit of revision. Lizard, though, gotta do him right eventually.
Yeah.
And when I say right, they gotta do him right, classic eventually, not modify what. I don't mean the first one is wrong if that's the Lizard that you like, because it's a fun figure. It's just that's not my Lizard that I see.
Yeah, which is good, which is cool. I mean, again, like I always say about it, they're doing a good job of appeasing. If you want the old, it'll eventually come around. If you want the new, it'll eventually, or vice versa. You know.
Yeah, and I'm good. I'm great with that. It's that, waiting for a classic version. That's fine with me. I'll wait and I'll be glad when it comes around. It's just I want it to be done, not modified, right?
It happens every time you look at the Marvel Legends shelves.
Yeah,
you free, which is okay.
That's Marvel. That's my legend shelf saying, look at the grandness of this collection and stop, getting all mopey about things.
Okay, the next one is the card set one. I forgot to load the cards onto here, like I did Monday, but we also have our answers to that too. I already know which ones we're getting, so
okay,
we don't have to go through them. There will be at least 2 characters who have never appeared in Toy Biz or Hasbro Legends 6-inch line, who were also featured in Marvel Universe Series 2 1991 card set.
And the correct answer is
Speedball and Sleepwalker.
Speedball was the one that jumped into my head first.
Yeah.
Yeah. As much as I would rather it be Inhumans, now I'm just but I haven't really given a whole lot of thought to the other one, though, because I'd have to go look and see what's out. I have to go look at the cards.
Yeah, dang it! I wish I'd loaded those. I mean, it's not a super. They've nearly done.
Yeah.
All the set. I mean, they've done most of the set, and there was just very few that jumped out at me.
And I do want to say talking about the cards, because I didn't collect the cards, right? But I will say the Legends packaging that takes its color cues and designs from those cards is my absolute favorite Legends packaging. I love that blue, that light blue and yellow and pink. Oh my God, that's gorgeous. I love it. So I hope whatever it is, they're on cards that are a tribute to that.
Deathwatch and Blackout, I feel like have the least chance of getting made out of all of them. I feel like Nebula has a decent shot because, yeah, I think they tweeted about movie counterparts not counting.
Yeah.
So that was Nebula and that was Baron Mordo, I think.
Oh, okay. Of all the ones we've talked about so far, Baron Mordo would be the one that I would want the most.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna I'll go with Speedball and Baron Mordo.
Rachel Phoenix was in there too, but we've had a figure of her before. Well, not in Phoenix form, but we've had a figure of Rachel.
Yeah.
Rachel.
Yeah. Rachel.
And
poor choice of words.
they've kind of confirmed several times that she's coming. So
yeah,
I don't feel like she was part of the Griffin was on the Submariner card though.
Name her. Yeah, I would go with Speedball and Baron Mordo as my pick.
Baron Mordo would be cool too.
Yeah.
But in a 2-pack with a classic comic Doctor Strange.
Well, you say that, but I was thinking about it, is that, as we get into next year, we're going to be into Doctor Strange territory, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this would be a very good either lead-in figure or a figure that kind of comes out right at about that time that would be appropriate.
Name her. I barely know her. Hell yeah. That's the comedy we get around here, buddy. Yeah. That's it's actually making me giggle more than I thought it would.
And a Namerita, isn't that a Budweiser like drink that like a malt liquor drink that they make popular now? A Namerita.
I have no idea, but she is featured on the new Warriors card in that set. Along with Speedball.
Speedball, that'd be a pair, wouldn't it? I'd take both of those.
Okay. You do say Namorita?
Namerita. Mm-hmm.
Namorita.
Yeah.
We need a Sleepwalker. It's just been on so many wish lists over the years that I've seen. I've probably seen it on more wish lists than I've actually read comics with Sleepwalker in it.
I think I would agree with that. I think I would agree with that.
To Namoritaville.
Damn that Jimmy Buffett.
Slapstick. Okay, that brings us to this.
Yeah.
I want to say he said barrel. I haven't went back and said it, but the more people start bringing up, it could be the end of a mallet. If this was all painted brown, I could kind of see it, but I can't get barrel out of my head.
If you look at his middle finger, right where like the fingernail is, right there, it's like that's the piece on the top of the barrel, right? That's
yeah. I hadn't even noticed that yet.
Yeah, mallet did not jump into my mind at all.
Well, the thing about it is the hole, the peg hole.
But
why would
that to me is well, I mean that's a barrel thing too, though, because barrels used to be corked like that, or this has been shot up or something, right?
Yeah, but I think he said something like a hole for a stand or a peg hole or something like that. Yeah, it's a barrel. I can see people wanting it to be, and I can see, like I said, I've almost been convinced that it's a mallet several times.
If it's a mallet, what is it then? Harley Quinn?
Here we go with Jurassic Park again. Marvel, welcome to Marvel Legends Park.
Mr. Barrel.
You got me saying Mr. Holes. Bullet holes. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, Netflix Kingpin. Kicking back to the Deadpool stuff or Daredevil stuff.
I didn't even think my brain with this stuff didn't even go to possible, MCU or adjacent stuff, but could be.
I think this may be the most teasery of teases they've ever done.
Yeah,
it's impossible to track down a normal everyday object in comics or movies or whatever.
Yeah. Well, and overall, the teases that they did at the end of that, I think that was their best set of teasers from a. They were very different teasers, one to the next, but they seem to be the ones that could be the most speculated on, right?
Yeah, yeah. And this is the one we're still talking about a week later.
Yeah.
I mean, all of them, but there's some connections. There's some good guesses with the rest of them. This, I have no idea.
And it's little too, right?
Little, yellow, different.
It's got new print in there.
That's right.
but what I mean is that this isn't a standard 50-gallon drum legend scale piece, right? It's too small.
It is too small for a 50-gallon drum. So it's a smaller barrel.
But when I think of a barrel of that shape and make, I think of a 50-gallon hobo drum.
50-gallon? No. It is smaller now that you say that.
Yeah, because I mean that's because I have a burn barrel. It's a 50-gallon drum.
Right, and it comes up above your waist.
Yeah. That's not that's just past the knee on a Legends figure.
Interesting. Okay, yeah, I've never taken size into consideration.
Are you saying I'm a size queen?
No, I'm just saying that I've been so focused on it being a barrel, I haven't thought about what kind of barrel it may be.
Yeah, because like I said, the shape of it elicits that 50-gallon oil barrel style, right? But the size isn't that.
Backpack tank. I'd take a trapster.
Oh shit. Hell yeah.
Does modern trapster actually have a barrel on his back? Because some paste pot Pete action.
Oh man, then that wizard that we've talked about better be coming too.
See, yeah, it all goes together.
Yeah. Oh God, I didn't even think about paste pot Pete as a possibility, but that's amazing.
Yeah, but I don't know. Does the barrel just? There's no straps. Oh well, it pegs in, but
you don't know that there aren't any straps. It's another tooled piece that goes on there that just wasn't shown.
Hey, whenever you got your burn barrel, was it brand new? Like,
yes.
So did you hit the side? Did you like hit it with something? What kind of sound does it make? Bong.
Hell yeah.
No, I doubt it's a Dr. Bong's clue. And the bullet holes don't go. Yeah, see, then when we come back around to that, why would he be damaged like that?
Yeah.
Still on barrel gate. It's only been a week, damn it. You stop asking what the barrel is and start asking, oh, that's a good plan. Who are you, barrel?
Don't ask what the barrel, ask why the barrel.
Why the barrel? Impossible man in disguise.
Yes. I would say that.
I don't even know what I have next. Oh, the background. We're all pretty sure that this is some kind of throwback Toy Biz Marvel Legends thing, right? Oh, it's a keg. Still bullet holes in it, though.
I was going to say that the internet just tried to make me not make this joke. I was going to say maybe it's just a trash can, and that's a hint, but they already made Strong Guy, so I don't know.
Oh, my God. You can't. That will forever be a thing. Guys, I swear. The first, when they showed that digital render of Strong Guy on the screen, that was it for Veebs for the rest of the day. He was like, to hell with this. Why? I don't know why he. It wasn't so much. You understand that as fans, right? You're just not one of them.
Why would anyone be a fan? I don't get it.
I was trying to make you. I was trying to make you a sympathetic villain, but you're just going full on heel.
Oh no, my disdain for strong guy, come at me. Yeah, I don't know.
But this is definitely the Marvel Legends or Toy Biz Marvel Legends Wave 1 Captain America background.
Yep. Which again, I don't think this is I don't think it's this is something that don't overthink it, right? I think it's going to be Hulk, Iron Man, and Captain America repainted, maybe with a little bit of different tooling or something. Maybe they'll do the variant Iron Man from Wave 1 or something, and they're going to be pretty straightforward. And this is your Toad then.
Oh, we haven't got Hornhead, have we, in modern days? That's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah.
More like,
but I would still like to have a proper classic Iron Man in the yellow and red with the colorings all right, not the
right,
AI one or whatever.
Ba-bow.
20th anniversary Captain America for sure. Yep. Give me that same figure. I mean, I would have
brighter blue, maybe.
I was gonna say lighten the colors. Make that red like that candy apple red, and make the blue the light colors. I would take a less stern head, not less stern, but less more classic-y, comic-y head. Because the one that's on that figure, it's great, but it's almost realistic, right?
Yeah.
But if they didn't do that, I wouldn't care. I just want that cap in lighter colors.
When does this barrel get revealed? I don't know. It could be a while. Excalibur was a slow burn.
Yeah.
Hey, Fighting Tyler. You mean this? Oh no!
Oh,
I lost it.
You thought you were good. You thought.
Oh, I was doing so well there for a minute. Did I forget to load that one? Oh no, there it is. Boom. It's out of order. The way I name stuff.
You're out of order.
Yeah. Somehow it got. Oh, I apologize, Fighting Tyler. I was about to be cool, and I should have known better. But that card thing has to slide right into boom, right there.
Yep. Exactly. And it's fun. This is a fun tribute. It's kind of depressing to me too, simply because they are now celebrating an
20 years
of a line that is worth celebrating, that I've been with from the very beginning.
Man, dude. Welcome to my world.
Oh man.
20 years. Well, okay. That's when it started. But then there were the few years there that nothing was going on. I think Marvel Legends technically is about 15.
No.
14.
No, it's 20, man. It's
no.
20.
No. You can't count it like that. It was like Toy Biz ended, and then there was a few years of darkness.
Okay, let me.
Okay, it existed. I know.
Let me ask you this: Robo was born in 2002, and he's a vivacious kid until he's 13, and then I don't know, you slip into a coma for a few years. Do you stop being Robo during those times? No.
It went 3 3/4 inch or 4 inch, whatever size that was, for a little bit. Therefore, it didn't exist. I know I was buying DC for a reason there for a little bit, and it was because of the dark times. That's the only reason I was buying the DC stuff.
But I would argue even that the line's older than that, because as far as I'm concerned, I remember the day. I remember the trip to the store that I got that first Daredevil and that first Spider-Man classic figure that was the lead-in to Legends. And I remember when Marvel Legends Series 1 arrived at my house, because Canada got it earlier and I couldn't help myself, and I had them imported. It's like, this is crazy that something that I've been with from since before its start, and I remember it vividly as celebrating its 20th anniversary.
Well, that's kind of the crazy thing. I mean, you always remember where you were when you first met your. That's because I remember seeing them for the first time on the bottom rack of in the back of Toys R Us when they were just all straight aisles. They weren't all cut into sections and stuff.
Yeah.
It was just all straight aisles. And I remember going through looking for Star Wars figures, and there they were down there. And Star Wars didn't last much longer in my collection.
It's crazy. I've had Legends longer than I've had domestic life. That's crazy.
You've had Legends longer than you've had kids.
Oh, by a long shot.
I can't say that.
Oh, but you know, it's aside from the existential issue with it,
right?
This is a fun tribute to itself that I think is going to be fairly straightforward. But to me, if it's going to be done the way that I'm expecting it to be done, because I don't know, getting a Captain America, an Iron Man, and possibly a Hulk that are within those lines, just as long as like the Hulk, you don't get hands that are just like this.
No, we get slap hands. What? No, we haven't got. Boom.
But and then finally getting Toad, right? Because Toad has never had a Marvel Legends figure, right? I mean, he was in the line first, but that was a carryover figure from a X-Men movie. Here's the movie figure. Here's the comic version of that character that never happened, right?
Right.
So it's a fun thing.
Okay, I have to fix this real quick because
I just hope Toad does not take any of his real aesthetic cues from that figure either.
You got to think it's going to be like classic comic or something, right?
I
mean,
so.
Oh well, we're talking like it's a thing, but
well, if it is what it is likely to be, then yes, I hope it's classic comic.
Oh, Toad was in Age of Apocalypse. we could get that version.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we need to finish off the Brotherhood.
Yeah. And that's the version of Toad that I want.
All right, back to this. Pow. So, since you're cutting back, what do you think of the Ben Reilly Spider-Man?
I don't care about it enough to replace the one that I already have.
And I had actually forgotten that we had this costume on a different body already.
Mm-hmm. I think that's a high dollar figure now. And so I'm glad that it's getting back out there. And I don't have anything against Ben Reilly. I mean, I need to have one in my collection, but I don't think I need to replace the one that I already have.
You think Octavius is too big for Toad?
The arms are.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd kind of like a smaller, more weaselly top Toad.
I mean, maybe they could get away with some of like the torso use, but like the legs and arms are a little muscly.
Yeah. Yeah. I like this.
It's great. It's great. I just don't think I care about Ben Reilly enough to replace a figure that I think is perfectly fine.
Right. You know. See, Ben Reilly wasn't my big. I wasn't reading comics around that time. But yeah. I say that I think the reason I don't remember that figure is because I may not have that figure. Or maybe I do.
I can see mine from here.
I'll wait for the Mayfix. Oh, that's a. Oh,
So yeah, it's good. It's cool. I just got Webman.
Yeah.
And he's awesome.
Dang
Webman
it.
is awesome. I just want that figure inverted and give me a Spider-Man. that
That Webman is also in the box with my What If wave.
Mm.
And I'm kind of excited about that. I like it. That's a deep dig.
It is. I love the concept of getting Webman. At the same time, I'm kind of like, damn it, why can't I already have a Spider-Man in these colors, but flipped?
Yeah, because the is it a lighter blue and a lighter
Oh
red?
yeah, it is absolutely like 80s light blue, bright red color. It's I want that Spider-Man.
You need two, because that story had two Webmans.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
But this is nice.
Yeah.
The legs were posed oddly in that picture, but it's like, turn those thighs.
Oh, well, yeah. What about Hammerhead?
So it's funny. I was going to buy the Happy Hogan figure to put that Hammerhead head that I've had sitting on my shelf and not a good body for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And then I decided not to. And then they announced this, which I'm glad, because I really like that body. The head is very well detailed and it looks great. I'm still going to swap it out with the one that I already have because I think it's
really.
Mm-hmm.
What did I do? I have it sitting somewhere because I was messing around with it on one of the other bodies. Oh, I think it was when I got the Mafex Dark Knight Returns Joker. I was trying different heads on that body.
Yeah.
So it's floating around here somewhere. But yeah, I saw the digital render of this head, and it looks very, very cool.
It's very cool. It looks awesome. It's very, very well done. I just think the one that I already have probably fits in with that kind of retro chic feel.
Yeah.
With what I'm going for.
I like they added the vest too. It kind of changes it up.
Yeah.
Because like I said in the weekly, whenever they said this is Happy's body, I was sitting at the computer. I didn't have Happy handy. And I thought, man, that's going to be small, right? The MCU stuff is usually a little bit smaller, or different, but this totally works. Now that I've put Happy on the shelf with a bunch of muscled up comic characters, it works.
Yeah.
Paul Harding.
Yeah. And like I said, he did a fantastic job. And in fact, I'll probably make use of this head for something. But when I'm looking at like the Spider-Man Rogues Gallery that I'm building up through this execution, that other head fits with that more, I think. And then brass knuckles are awesome.
Yeah.
Because when are
with
they
head with head backwards. Yeah, I'm for somebody that wouldn't break my top 20, probably top 30 Spider-Man villains or whatever. I'm
top 30, right?
I don't know. It once you show me the plastic,
yeah,
I'm a lot more attached to it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Do the skin tones match, you think?
I think that the neck that you'd probably see underneath that is going to be obscured enough that it won't be a big deal to me.
What about Hobgoblin? Uh-oh.
I'm torn on this one.
Yeah, you like the colors?
Well, Hobgoblin, from an aesthetic standpoint, is one of my favorite Spider-Man villains. I wish they would have done a little bit more with this one. The taking away the scaling is okay. I wish the cape wasn't tattered, and I wish they would have given him a more classic looking face, because to be honest with you, the Hobgoblin that they've already done, I switched out the Toy Biz Hobgoblin cape and head, and this doesn't beat that for me yet.
Okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
Now, I'm still going to get this one because I really like Hobgoblin a lot, and maybe I'll play around with some swappage and stuff like this. But I don't know. I don't know. It looks good.
Right.
It really does. I think I like the Frankenstein Hobgoblin that I made a little better still.
And that's the beautiful thing about these retro waves. You don't have to, I mean, there's no Build-A-Figure.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're already happy with something you got, or, you know, like we were talking about earlier, you're going to wait and see what they do later, then you don't have to pick up everything. Actually, now that somebody mentioned
saying about this, there's nothing wrong with the figure at all. It looks great. It looks cool. Well, it's, again, like you said, when I think about Hobgoblin in my head, that kind of brighter-ish blue, because this looks a little more navy to me, as far as the blue, and then you know what I mean when I'm like those bigger eyes, and stuff like that's really what I see.
Like he's wearing, like he has some goggles on under his. Well, yeah, classic. This is very pumpkin-y though. Now that I'm looking at it, there's the outer color of pumpkin, the inner color.
Yeah. That's true.
I had never thought about that before. That's weird. It's like his face is carved out of the hood.
It's like what's the pumpkin carving guy that has done action figures? Man, I feel bad. I can't think of his name right now. He's been on TV on all those pumpkin carving competitions and stuff. And he used to do figures, at least back in the day. I wish I could think of his name right now.
Cortez? No. I thought he was doing pumpkin stuff.
Dang. But yeah, it's cool, but
didn't they say they're doing photoreal on all figures to make it
Yeah, I think the photoreal name that they give it to, I think that's something that needs to go away, right? Because it's the technique that they originally used to match, you know, like a screen or something like that to give it a realistic look. I think that can be applied to all things, though, just to make it look more like the source material, right? Even if it's not photorealistic, like a drawn comic book character, right?
So move in more into a digital paint,
digital paint, print, or just face printing as a general term, right?
Yeah. And I'm kind of excited about it. It gets it seems like it would avoid Misty Knight problems. Yeah. Now, although you can still miss off.
It's like a tampo print. If it doesn't hit where it needs to, it's like, oh, this eye's on, you know, my temple now.
Right. Dimensional painting. We're not going to get into that. What is dimensional painting?
That's the new Mando, right? With the model.
Yeah.
That's dimensional painting. I'm excited. I was bitching about this, but I'm buying that repaint just to see that paint technique, see how it turns out.
I think that's, well, okay. That's a lie. It's Mando. It's Star Wars. I was going to try to hunt it down at least.
And it's got the goddamn egg with it. So
yeah. So I was going to get it if I can find it at Target, but I'm interested in this new process.
Yeah, because I mean, why just, if you continue to perfect something like that, why just do it for something like mud? I mean, could you realistically build up paint to the point where like you can modify a sculpt enough if there's like a jacket pocket or something that needs to be done? Could that be painted in a way that puts that on a clean sculpt? I mean, why not?
I mean, is it essentially 3D printing on top of an action figure with paint?
Yeah. Right.
I need to know more. This is why I miss conventions, because then you can just go, but why? But how?
And I want to touch it.
Yeah. What is it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, we can't get into and I understand it, you know, trying to keep company secrets or whatever, because the photoreal thing was never fully explained, but now a bunch of companies are doing it, you know?
And same thing with pinless, right? I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I get it.
Hey, if it works, let's go for it. But man, I think that's the move. Now that you have that, that's another mystery thing that's kind of, well, how's that going to turn out?
I definitely want to see. And that's something that you can convey in pictures of how it looks, but that's totally tactile to me. It's like I have got to hold that Mando in my hand to really get it.
Yeah. Trade secret. There it is.
Yeah.
12
proprietary information.
Shocker. You're down for Shocker.
Hell yes.
It's a good upgrade.
Yep.
I don't even miss the black lines. I like the sculpt better. Those being sculpted in there better. It makes it more cushiony feeling, and it makes it look comfortable. You just want to give them a hug.
I would like to see what he would look like with those. Not even if it wasn't just black, or maybe just like a darker brown color, just to see what it would look like if those were painted on there. But I don't miss them because this figure looks great.
Right. I love it.
Yep, me too.
But it still feels familiar because I swear I look at that head and it looks like the one from the previous Shocker. The way the eyes are...
He's winking or something like that in that other one.
Yeah. But it has that same kind of, I don't know.
That Deadpool mask, like face of fiction or something.
But it's not.
Yeah.
This is my preferred Shocker. And in fact, I never opened the one I have. It's over there too. Just
that Shocker. This is the perfect example of what I was talking about before. With me and my focus now, I would have never purchased that one ever.
Yeah,
I would have just said, "Fuck it." Even if it takes 3 years or whatever it's taken until now, I'm gonna wait.
Right. In fact, I think the one I got has the Thunderbolts logo on the belt.
Yeah.
So I think that was the thing at one time that I was kind of hoping for more Thunderbolts, or team wise. But this is my Spider-Man Shocker.
Yeah, and this is great. This is great. This is exactly what I want.
Yep. It looks like it looks like the same dude. Okay, we're talking about action figures, I know, but it looks like the same guy upgraded his suit to this. Yeah. He was like, at first he just sewed the lines on, and he was like, "Oh, I'm shocking stuff. I need some more cushion."
This is some pushing. That was Spider-Man's wrestling costume, right?
Yeah. So later he got, a little bit more money, a little bit more knowledge in sewing and stuff, and boom, he got to cushion up.
Yeah. This is probably Hobgoblin would be my favorite character from this, but I like this figure much more than the Hobgoblin one. So this is probably my favorite one.
Right. This one's pretty sweet, and yellow bubble effect.
Even with we're gonna. You know what? I can't wait until it's all said and done and they finally retire these effects, because we're just gonna have the rainbow of these effects now.
Not until we get Speedball. Yep. And this is painted in little different colored speedballs all over the rings.
And that'll be like it'll be like you could build like this comet rocketing through space, and that will be like the head of it, and all the rest of the colors are just coming.
the more bases you know.
Yeah.
Or the more effects you know.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
But I'm down for Shocker. That's just awesome looking.
Yep. They're stealing from Pre-Eternia a little bit there too. They got him in a half dab.
Okay, I had to look how they did the gauntlets on the previous one, and it's kind of a separate plate on the back arm thing. This is what I think of when I think of Shockers.
Yeah.
Shockers.
Yep.
He was swinging on the front porch when he first made his costume. His quilt. No, that's DC.
His crazy quilt.
Crazy quilt. Oh, yeah. New Marvel Legends long shot. Oh, I know.
See, there's the support for the one without legs being Mojo, and there's going to be a long shot in that wave.
With a keg.
Yeah.
Figured it out. We got it.
He's throwing kegs now.
Yep. And the Reavers show up and shoot. And so there's, the kegs emptying all over. They're having a party in the outback. We figured it out. Yeah, I like to look at this. There's those eyes peering out.
Yeah. I'll take that.
Uh-oh. Tac, tac. Mark. Robo Playdate item coming to you tomorrow. Oh.
Now, so
thank you.
The gauntlet things, they're cool, but does this mean there's no wrist?
I think so. But is this one of those cases where we can kind of just, he wouldn't be able to move his wrists anyway if he were wearing those?
I don't, because to me, just like this, here we go. So I don't care. I just noticed it for the first time that it's like there's not going to be any wrist articulation there.
Yeah, they swap at the gauntlet right here. So there's a swivel there probably.
Yes, which is fine.
And then you can have him at ease, which I like too.
Yeah.
So
handbook style right there.
It works into his power set or his design.
Yeah.
Shocker wins the wave for me. I don't know. I love that. I'm all over it, but for some reason this just sings my name. It's like,
really?
Oh, come and get me.
This is the nope.
This is one of those designs from way back that I remember. Again, it was during that time, that Spider-Man era, that I was reading my brother's comics constantly, and this was one of them. I think.
Okay.
Or I may be not remembering right. But I've always liked this design. Plus, a lot of people's wish lists here. But
yeah,
I don't know. There's just something to this.
If this would have dropped for pre-order a month ago, I probably would have gotten it. But since I've kind of been in this space for the last couple of weeks, I think I'm just gonna let this one go.
Here is
not because it doesn't look great.
Right. It just doesn't fit.
Right.
Yeah. Here is the collecting community summed up in 2 comments right after. These guys probably didn't know what the other was typing at that time, but here's Jobin Blue. It could be bulkier. Very next comment is Clint. It's not bulky, which is great. So that's what I'm saying about they're putting stuff out that if you don't like this, it may come around later, or here's something else you may like, or everybody has their own different.
Well, and that's the thing. I mean, Dan checked in earlier, and it's like, welcome to this poor man's job, right?
yeah. It's just a constant. Well, and me and you talking right now, this may be my favorite of the wave.
Yeah.
I don't care about this one at all.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a little something for everyone.
But you know what? It's beautiful because not everything should be. I already think of too much stuff being for me. I collect too much stuff. So thank goodness there are things out there that aren't for me because it's for you and it's for you. And I'm glad you've got that. I don't need to get it though. So it's getting the support that it needs and it doesn't have to be for me.
Yeah. You know, it's just, I don't know. I don't know why I love this. It looks like Spider-Man. That helmet is awesome looking. It looks like an actual helmet. It's over his head.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's so much.
It looks fantastic. You're right. And we were talking about Dan, and I'm like, man, I'm sitting here saying, no, I'm going to be very focused.
There you go.
It's like, think about all these things to consider with that. And it's like, you know, me getting more focused on something just makes me glad to be able to say, I'm going to hit the stuff that it really speaks to me. And that's the way that it should be for me, you know?
And that's speaking to one of my absolute biggest pet peeves about comments or something is when it comes down to, I don't like that. It shouldn't exist.
That's
and everybody
crap.
Yeah. That's some bullshit. Get out of here. If you don't like it, don't buy it. That's all there is to it.
I was saying earlier, the McFarlane DC stuff, I don't care about because it doesn't appeal to me. That does not mean it should not exist. It obviously sells.
Yeah. He's making more. So it's selling. There's people out there buying it. So nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
So I'll buy. So you'll buy me this.
Okay. And I'll when you open it, I'll be like, hey, this is a fun figure. Cool.
And I'm gonna bring it every time I come to your house.
Slip it onto the shelf somewhere.
Yep. Take pictures.
Because that's a part of it too. I mean, I'm reconciling in my head what I can reasonably integrate into a full collection going forward, and I have a lot of room for Marvel, and I want all that room to be filled with exactly what I want.
Yeah. And at this point, even if you're picky and choosy and you have certain things, we're getting to the point where even that's a big display.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I mean, great. Don't get me wrong.
That's
I still need some new X-Men and more Outback and, here and there, but I have a good feeling it'll come around.
We were talking about pronunciation. You pronounce Inhumans very strangely. Outback. I've never heard it said like that.
You know what? There for a second, I went, did I say Inhumans? Did I say Inhumans?
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 Inhumans? So I'm down for this, but everybody loves this one, right?
Yeah.
You got to have Symbiote.
Yep. I would classify myself as someone who is not as into for someone who wears a black t-shirt every friggin' day of his life. I'm not into this as much as a lot of people are because I'm such a mark for that classic Spider-Man design, but this is awesome. And yes, I want it and I'm buying it and it looks great.
So clean, so elegant.
It's on the body it needs that I've been wanting it to be on. So this is a great upgrade.
Yeah, I see some people saying it's kind of buff for that, but then I don't know. This will be mine. It's not so much Symbiote as just his black costume,
Yeah, because Symbiote. I mean, it is black costume because Symbiote's got the hands are different, right?
Right, he went in the whip or something like that. It was explained, but it's your toy. You bought it. Yeah. You can use it for whatever you want.
Right, but I'm just agreeing with the point that you're making.
Yeah. Oh no. I wasn't arguing with you. I was just throwing that out because we still need a Craven sized this suit.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if they dropped the blue and red lines for this one and kept it on Venom to fit it more comic collections. Did he have the red and blue in the animated series?
Well, because that Venom that's that Pulse exclusive, right? PulseCon?
Right. I didn't know. I've never seen the animated series. Oh, I heard all those sighs. I heard them from here. I don't know. Well, I think of Craven a little bit bigger and buffer. We're never happy. This will be my black costume Spider-Man. This is because I think I got the Craven set somewhere over there. Oh, yeah, there is some Moffics coming here too. Oh, man. Okay. Robo-Veebs. You all think we will ever get a full-on X-Factor wave with the original team in their respective outfits? I know we got Scott in his blue and white metallic colored X-Factor costume. That would be an awesome set.
It would be an awesome set, and I don't think it would be too complicated to do, right?
It's just all base bodies painted. Well, maybe a new Gene head.
Okay.
And another chance to get Archangel out there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know. Would we go with Warren as an Angel, or
Archangel? That's what I really want. I need an Angel Warren.
and that brings us to doing all kinds of classic Warrens. The blues, the reds, the champions, wasn't it?
Yep.
Something
champions. Yep.
Yeah. And Human Beast. A good Human Beast base body.
Do they have anything that they could work from for that?
I'm sure if they changed up the size of the hands and feet like they did for that original X-Men box set, but it didn't have articulation in it.
Yeah.
It was missing some points. If they did it like that, throw
Yeah.
bigger hands and feet on like I don't know, the Hercules body maybe.
Yeah,
And
maybe.
then give us the red and blue. They can give us the
Brown.
yellow and brown.
Yeah.
That's my preferred. And
really?
then give us swap out furry blue beast parts.
Yeah.
Oh, don't go down the wish listing tunnel. That black hole.
Yeah, but this is a good Spider-Man. For like I said, I think I just want my next one to be inverted Webman.
Inverted Webman. You want the Webman version of Webman.
It's like backwards retrofit. Or the next one, the next character that they can put on that body should be Spot. Because we've never gotten Spot.
Spot. Well, he's complicated because of all the magnets and removable parts that we'll need with that figure.
Mm.
And the little discs that have plugs on them for body parts.
Yeah.
Oh, no F4 Spidey?
Oh. Yeah, but that's different. Like, are we talking about Bagman?
No, well, I don't know. There's a Foundation, isn't there? And then there was just Spider-Man with a 4 on his chest, right?
Yeah. I mean, yes. I just strictly meant like the next one that I want now that I have Webman is a Spider-Man in those colors.
Yeah. You mean Man Web. Favorite character. Any interest? Do you get a Marvel Unlimited?
No, and I kind of hate that that's a kitty right there. But the exclusive, yeah, because I don't know.
Well, okay. I don't read a lot of modern comics. I go back and read some of the older ones, but my youngest uses the hell out of the app, so that's a nice byproduct of me getting this figure. And
this is the first one of these I think that they've ever done that I've been tempted by. Although she couldn't look any less interested in standing there holding the sword right now.
Holding the sword wrong completely.
Yeah, it's like it's like somebody's trying to tell her what to do, and she's like Lydia Dietz style, you know.
I am the captain.
Yeah.
You don't tell me what to do.
Yeah.
But there is that Band-Aid on there, so I think it's an altered head sculpt or paint job. Maybe that's some dimensional painting on there or something.
Yeah, you know. So yeah, maybe.
Oh, and it's another Lockheed. Now I can't remember. Oh,
I think it's the same one, isn't it?
Oh, it's the same sculpt, but I think they're giving us different colors because this one looks a little bit shinier than the old one.
Yeah.
And he's in the Excalibur set too, right?
He better be.
No, wait. I can't remember. Where was the other place we saw Lockheed recently? Maybe it's different colors for. Oh yeah, it is. It is the Excalibur set. Yeah. I think in that though he's a lighter purple.
Okay. Well, it's good to have options.
Ooh. You like the Masterverse stuff?
I like it. I don't.
Are you getting it?
Love it.
Yeah.
At this point in time, I am still getting it. Yes, we'll see. I mean, I'm in for 2 mermans at least.
Yeah.
And Fisto looks really good, and Stinkor looks really good. Trapjaw, if I take all the crap off of him, he'd probably look good too.
Yeah.
King Grayskull is a good idea, but Jesus.
that cape?
That cape, okay. The cape's obviously wired, right? I mean, it has to be. So the flaring out isn't even what's getting me here. It's I hope they fix the puffiness of the fuzzy collar too.
Well, from the looks of it, it looks like, yeah, the wire comes down, but I don't know. We'll see
Yeah.
how it works out. Oh, Eric Alfredable. Thank you for the White Ninja and Arms packs. One of the best figures in my overpriced collection.
Yeah, Merman, I love the colors on him. I'm glad we're getting this version. I kind of wish it was the throwback version in the show, just because this one's a little more boring because he doesn't have his armor or anything. But you know me, I'm always in for Merman.
Yeah, and I'm sure they'll come back around because, well, was he in the show classic styled?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can't early on.
Yeah, it was on early on, and Andra looks really good too. If we can keep that neck part on her cloak under control, I think she looks really good.
Yeah, because where are we at? Fisto, though.
Yeah.
We'll get to real quick. Origins, but Fisto's tempted me a couple times. He's sitting at my Walmart, the Origins line.
Mm-hmm. He's good.
Yeah,
my Fisto's head is really loose, but he looks good.
I like this.
You know, it's funny. The whole cult of technology thing, if anything didn't strike me with Revelations, it was that. And I am a big Henry Rollins fan, but to me, his performance of Triclops fell flat for me too. So
yeah,
I'm torn on this. I mean, it's a deluxe figure, so I'm sure if you take all that stuff off, you got the classic looking one, which is essential. But I have a complicated relationship with Triclops because I think he's way overrated.
Man.
Yeah.
I think this changed Triclops up enough to make him stand out a little bit compared to the way he always has been portrayed, you know? Well,
Yeah.
in the 2000X, didn't he have more technology? And this is kind of a continuation of that.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. And even back in the Filmation cartoon, he was the scientist guy in Snake Mountain too.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it goes all the way back. It's just he's one of those guys that it's like, yeah, the eye thing is cool, but I mean, guys like Merman, Beastman, Spikor, Clawful, these crazy ass guys were always cooler to me.
Yeah. I think that's why they gave him the sword. Yeah. He's a swordsman type. Well, he had blasts and stuff, but I don't know. I think I like him better like this. But I don't have a picture of him with that stuff stripped off. It looks
But he and Trapjaw were both bandied as deluxe figures like Faker to be able to with the selling piece that all this stuff comes off.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you can see it right here. I'm sure you just pull this, and boom.
Maybe put the belt back on.
Yeah, because you got to have his hooks for his other pieces.
Yeah.
But this.
Yep.
There's something about this.
Yep. That's great.
In fact, that looks like Thriller eyes, right?
Yeah, it does. That's
yeah.
good.
We need an Origins weapons pack.
They should re-release Manny faces with all the weapons with them too.
You think they're going to get into? Well, I don't have a picture of the different packages they showed too, but you think they're going to get into characters in this line, in this style that weren't featured in the show?
I hope so.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Because it's not just going to be Revelation. I mean, that's all it's been thus far, which makes sense because it's supporting the media. But, you know, the different packaging with She-Ra, it's like, what is that? Is that going to be the Netflix She-Ra?
Right. But in Masterverse style?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And the same for, was it New Eternia?
Yeah.
And the new cartoon, the kids cartoon, right?
Yeah. Which it's funny. That one, I haven't gotten to watch any of it yet, but I've heard that as long as you're good with the adjustments that they've made, it's actually a really, really good show.
That's what I'm hearing too. Yeah. So I just haven't got around to getting in there. Yeah. I forgot that was her kind of gas mask thing when they were fighting Stinkor.
Yeah. Yeah, she looks cool.
Come around, Tila.
Yeah.
She also has an alternate head with the hair down.
Yeah.
So
Tila looks to me like she's doing really well in this line so far because I like the one that's in Series 2 that's coming out soon too. She looks good.
King Grayskull, wires.
Like I said, pose that cape properly and get that collar under control, and that's a badass figure.
Yeah.
That like I said, I was bitching about him not having his armor, but that face has got a lot of personality.
Yeah. The years haven't been good to him, and he's not happy about it.
Yep. Which is a cool take, and especially since he's voiced by Kevin Conroy, right?
Yeah. I miss the bubbles in the voice, but
yeah.
These are interesting.
So the He-Man's helmet is obviously a tribute to that first Tony Guerrero He-Man sculpt from like way back. The Skeletor one, though, is funny because it's like the first thing that I thought of was the Mythic Legion's tribute to Skeletor figure that's kind of like come full circle. It looks like this now,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
This is interesting. This is very interesting.
My brain wants to make the shoulder pads make the head look smaller, but then the helmet brings it back around.
Yeah.
It's the more you mess with the Masterverse figures, the less you notice the small nogginness.
Yeah. So yeah, there's some I'm excited to see where it's going to go beyond Revelations for sure.
Yeah. But then get into Origins. You're doing Origins.
Yep.
I don't think I have all the pictures for these either.
In fact, I think what shipped from Mattel to me, I've got something in progress that's shipping. I think it's the Triclops, the mini comic one. So this trap jaw will go very well with that.
It seems like they're coming out super fast.
Yeah.
They're just blowing through all the vintage figures, right?
Well, it's a hell of a thing with, the formula that this line is, right, as far as the reuse and stuff goes. But I think it is also so that helps speed things along. But I think it's also expedited by the fact that they got the WWE team to pay for all the damn tooling.
Yeah. But remember when we got the He-Man and Adam 2-pack San Diego thing, and we looked at it and went through it, and it was like, oh, it's a cool little nostalgia thing, but are they going to be able to pull it off as a full line? And it seems like it's going over. It's getting over with a lot of collectors.
Yeah, it took them getting through that. I mean, I get why decisions like this are made, but the fact that it was exclusive to Walmart for like the first half a year and it was impossible to find except for He-Man and Skeletor, that was like, ugh. But now that it's not, yeah.
Because like I said, Fisto and whoever else in the wave, I sent you a picture, is showed up at my Walmart.
Yeah.
So, I mean, don't get me wrong, I see a lot of He-Mans and Skeletors, but
and I think the web store Stinkor wave is like hot on the heels. That's getting ready to hit too. So they're going.
Fisto nearly got me, but also that dark green, that Legend Merman.
Oh,
yeah.
I've got a couple of those. That's a really nice figure.
That's kind of pretty.
Yeah.
But these are interesting. It's so I had these figures when I was a kid, but not quite.
I'm glad you said that, because Buzz Off is one of those examples. It's like all of these look and they remind you of the vintage figures, but Buzz Off is one of those that it's like you have to double take with it because it looks so much like vintage.
You have to look at the elbows and go, oh, okay. Or the knees and the knees.
Yeah.
Do you think a Masterverse Panther will happen?
It's gotta. Yeah. They're not going to let that tooled Battle Cat just be a one-off.
They may wait a while, but and I'd buy the hell out of it unless they put flocking on that thing. You and I are done, Mattel, completely.
I still haven't found the flocked Origins Panther. Damn it.
Oh, I wish you had. I will text you here in a little bit.
Okay.
Whenever I hit my Walmart.
Okay. I don't think you have to touch it, right?
No, it's in the package. Yeah. It's sealed away like it should be in a vault. But I'm pretty sure there's one sitting at my Walmart. And Jitsu?
Yep.
Very cool.
Yep. He's the foil to Fisto, so let's get him.
It took me a minute to realize that this was a monster coming up and out.
And not a piece of rock.
Yeah, yeah. Clawful, no. Clawful was always fun with Clamp.
Yeah, he's another. He's like Buzz Off, though. I mean, I had to double take him.
Anti-Eternia.
Yeah, that's cool.
This is a newer concept, right?
They had it in classics.
Did he really?
Well, it's not a newer concept because it's like from it's from the vintage era German comics, I want to say. It's an old concept, but newer-ish to toys. Classics.
Gotcha.
When it first hit, yeah.
Naked Stratos.
Hell yeah, weird-ass mini-comic Stratos. Give me that.
Sorceress?
Yep, the non-Temple of Darkness sorceress, which you knew this was coming soon because of the Gray Skull exclusive.
I like this. It kind of looks a little skinny in the torso, but I don't know why I like this head.
I like this so much. This makes me dislike Battle Armor He-Man even more because this is so much better done than Battle Armor He-Man was.
Yeah.
The Battle Armor figures are the weak parts of this line so far. But this was I like this. I'm with you.
Now, what was this called in the vintage line?
Flying Fists.
Yeah, it's the one that did this, right? And it would spin. Didn't he come with a?
Oh wait, yeah, Flying Fist. They don't have him with the spinny thingy.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. This was that.
Yeah, it was the Terror Claws Skeletor. Yeah,
he had this armor, but this doesn't have the big.
It doesn't have the Terror Claws. Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah. And it's funny that they're doing these next because it's out of sequence. Because if they were doing this in order, it would have been Battle Armor, then Thunder Punch and Dragon Blaster, and then these.
I always liked Dragon Blaster. I was like, oh, Skeletor's got a pet.
And the parts are there because Ricky Steamboat had them.
Well, I'm sure somebody has the claws too, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Hey, y'all knew what I was talking about. because Skeletor's went down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a long time.
Yep.
Why do they have a Sentinel in here?
I said that exact same thing to somebody. I was like, oh no, somebody's Sentinel fell over. Fell into the Masters display.
But there's also new characters.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
This is amazing. So much so that I got even though Sunman is going to be in the regular line, I was able to order the Mattel Creations exclusive. I am so excited about this. This is an expansion of Masters of the Universe in the perfect way.
You think they're going to make all the other characters too?
They announced that Sunman, another one, and Pighead, which to me is the highlight.
Right.
They're coming early next year to the main line. So yeah, I would say they're going to hopefully do all of them.
Now, I don't know the full story here, right? Was this an offshoot line? Was this no? It was part of.
This was created, and Mattel is working in conjunction with the original creator of this, and she was retaining all of the ownership of it. But this was essentially an alternative Masters of the Universe style line and story that was one of its main things was diversity.
Mm-hmm.
So there are characters within that line that are not just Western European looking heroes. And it's really, really cool. And I hope that we get all the characters. And it's a really great way to bring in something that, I never owned it as a kid. I didn't know it existed, honestly. And giving tribute to these characters in the right way, bringing them into Masters. I love this from top to bottom.
Yeah, that's a cool.
Yeah.
And it's using the same. Well, obviously, it's using the same body and everything.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. I wonder if they're gonna have. Is it just for Origins, or can they use them in Masterverse and everything?
I don't know. That's a good question.
There we go. I would probably get a Masterverse.
Yep. So would I. No, this is great. It's so great, in fact, that when he comes to the main line, and it's maybe going to be all of them, I may come out of classics customs retirement to do customs of all of these. Take the pieces that I can from these figures too, and do classics versions as well.
Because that's how you did the
warrior beasts and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, I am all about this. It's cool, and I hope we get them all. But man, Pighead, I am so excited for.
What's next? Oh, you ever heard of this guy?
He's the best.
All right. I don't remember the words. So.
Nothing's ever gonna keep you down.
But yeah, this. I mean, the more you look at it, where's his shell? Do they touch on that in the episode?
No, it's just the way he was just drawn that way.
He was drawn that way. I'm not a naked turtle. I was just
drawn that way.
Drawn that way because he has pecs. It freaks me out, but at the same time, it's awesome.
Yeah. It's glorious. That is to me, this is 100% like, say your prayers and thank the fact that Trevor Zammit is the guy who is the one managing this turtle line, because this is what you get when he does that.
See, this is, and I understand the people saying they should have shown these before the end of the thing, because I see a lot of, I wish I had went in on this now that I see how awesome this figure is.
This is going to be the one that is going to go for bonkers prices, I think.
Because you remember when this was up for order, I was on the fence. I was like, I just want Danny.
Yep.
And I only do the movie stuff.
And I was like,
I didn't even
you
know
don't want Batman Donatello?
Well, I didn't even know that was a thing. I don't remember that in the series, nothing. And then you said Donatello. Okay, I will get that. It might look okay, but they nailed this. This is amazing.
Yeah, it's rad. And Loot Crate's got me frustrated as hell right now too, because although it isn't as long, it's in the same Sentinel status in my FedEx right now, that it's like I've had it in there for over like 2 weeks and nothing has moved yet.
It's somebody prints out a ton of labels and just goes down the line, and then FedEx has to get around to picking it up at some point. But this is the third, right? We still have to get through Shark, the shark thing. Armagon.
Yeah.
Oh wait, this is fourth.
Yeah.
Or is Claw Shredder after?
Nope. It goes Danny, Armagon, Claw Shredder, Dark Turtle.
I can't wait that long.
Yeah,
I want it. Because I went in simply because of this, but now this is the one I want the most.
Yeah. And the picture that you have of him pulled up, holding on to that ladder or whatever with the wired cape going off to the side. Ooh, I gotta figure out how it's like the tower or something up there. He's got to be doing that up there.
You got to have him up above, looking down upon the city.
Yeah.
I mean, all these pictures are good.
Yeah. It makes me want to go a little out of hand and shit the realm and like this. Take the whole crew
Wow. Oh, I don't know if it was what they were hearing, but it sounded like somebody sampled your voice on a synthesizer and went through it.
Oh.
What you were just saying.
that I'm getting ready to drop my first single.
Yep. Well, that's odd. Wait a second. Is this the prototype?
I don't know.
There's no parts in green. Why would the joints be green?
Where it fits in the mold, maybe.
Oh, maybe. But they have been moving away from painted joints, right? Didn't you get something?
Yeah, they have. You're right.
Yeah. This almost makes me think that if this is a prototype, they just used parts and pieces on hand.
Yeah, for what they could.
But black is black. I can paint black real quick.
Mm-hmm.
It's the other colors I don't like matching.
Yeah.
I see a shell. Is it me? Well, oh, the back shell's on. Oh, yeah, it is back there.
Mm-hmm.
But the front's not.
Yeah.
You can't do that. Turtles can't do that. That's so unrealistic.
We're talking about a cartoon that has errors of like where Leonardo's missing the top of his head above his bandana for a whole conversation at some point in the series.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they gonna do what they gonna do.
Turtles in a... Oh, it finally makes sense. Turtles in a half shell.
Yeah.
So I'm happy. I'm ready.
Yeah.
I've already kept you on longer than you wanted to.
That's all right.
I apologize. I looked down at the time and thought, oh.
We had lots to talk about today.
Yeah. Once you get into Marvel Legends, once you get into their live streams, it's like, oh, okay. Especially the damn tease stuff.
Yeah. Speculation gets to a lot of talking.
Yeah.
The nature of what it is.
Oh, yep. We're about to head out too, Cranky.
Yep.
But yeah, so much stuff.
Awesome stuff.
Awesome stuff. Yeah. It sounded like he was going straight Little John.
What?
Robo's got to go make dinner. Hey, man, you don't know me. Actually,
What's
yeah,
that?
I got it.
Oh,
That's what I got to do. Huh?
Wait, do I watch NCIS? No, I've never seen NCIS before.
That is Braden.
Oh.
If it's NCIS, he's going to talk about it.
Oh, okay. I have never seen NCIS. Sorry.
Yeah, we're both in the same camp.
Oh, well, this is good. I think we'll have more to talk about next week for sure. I know I'll be wanting to talk about some turtle stuff dropping. So yeah.
Yeah, next week you'll be like, nope, not taking today off.
It's turtles. It's turtles.
It's turtle time.
Yeah. Well, and 2001, right? That's crazy.
Dude.
That's crazy.
It's going to be another case of you having to explain what the hell's going on because I don't know how I've never seen 2001.
Those spacesuits are, to me, probably they're probably the best sci-fi spacesuits I think that have ever been done.
Did Metacom do Mafex?
Yep, and I'm looking at all four of them. They're standing on top of the TV that I have on this side of the wall down here, which makes me scared that they're going to fall off. But they look great.
I did see Dan tweet something about having a marvelous Monday.
Having a marvelous Monday. He's getting a little cheeky out there, yeah.
I'm very bit. I know. Every time I come, I've never seen that.
I have a
somebody's disappointed.
Hallmark, not last year, but I think the year before, made an ornament of the HAL that actually talks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like, I can't let you do that, Dave.
But okay, $55 monolith.
That's the joke.
But yeah, as always, we appreciate everybody coming by, listening to us just bullshit about toys.
Yeah.
Because I mean, this is if there was no one here, this is what we would be doing anyway.
Exactly.
Talking about this either here on the phone or in person or at a convention or on a plane in a restaurant. That's what we do.
That's what we do.
But yeah, we'll be back around next Sunday. I had to remember what day it was. And
all right then.
all right then. I like the way you talk.
We gonna get Sling Blade Ultimates.
Which the kid from that was in NCIS New Orleans.
Shut up, really?
Brought it all the way around. Brought it all the way around.
We gotta come with some mustard.
But yeah, everybody, we will talk to you later. Have fun.
Later.
Buy whatever makes you happy.
And not what it doesn't.
Yeah. And skip on what doesn't make you happy.
All right.
We'll catch you on the whoosh
with biscuits and mustard.
You had to go there.